What's up, guys? Today's video comes as a bit of a follow-up to my GTX 1060 and RX 480 reviews, in order to take a closer look at both cards' performance in modern APIs, such as DirectX 12 and Vulkan. Over the past year or so, I've locked down a number of go-to benchmarking apps to improve the efficiency and consistency of my testing, but with so many new APIs on the rise in 2016, my existing suite of benchmarks could use a serious update, especially when testing GPUs that are now more optimized for newer APIs than ever before. So today I'm calling in a rematch between NVIDIA's GTX 1060 and AMD's RX 480, where the two go head-to-head in 12 different applications across some of today's leading APIs. This is currently one of the more heated GPU matchups in the PC industry, as the cards offer similar performance and fall into the sub $300 price range, making them both attractive offerings for mainstream gamers. Hopefully today's results will help us paint a clearer picture of how the cards measure up overall. On the test bench, I'll be using the GTX 1060 Founders Edition and the reference RX 480 8GB model with the latest drivers on Windows 10. Both cards were manually overclocked as far as I could take them without touching the voltage, and were accompanied by my Core i7-5960X at 4400 MHz and 16 gigs of DDR4 at 2133. On that note, keeping things short and sweet here, let's cut right to the chase and have a look at the benchmarks. Alright, and finally we have Doom running Vulkan, which, like DirectX 12, is not yet supported by fraps, so here's some actual gameplay footage with the game's built-in frame counter. Just a second ago, we saw the RX 480 get trounced by the GTX 1060 when playing this game in OpenGL, but with Vulkan, the roles are completely reversed, as the RX 480 consistently outperforms by as much as 50 FPS over the GTX 1060. Now, Vulkan has already made appearances as a proof of concept in games like the Talos Principle, but Doom is really the first title to showcase the API's performance benefits, and the numbers we're seeing here should leave us excited to see more games supporting the new API. But those are all the tests, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that's probably the most benchmarks I've ever shown in one video, so one way I tried to make sense of all this data was to add up the total number of frames generated by each card per resolution over the games we tested, and what we find is that the GTX 1060 is no doubt the faster card overall, yielding 12% more frames than the RX 480 at 1920 by 1080, and just 2% more frames at 2560 by 1440. It's kind of interesting to see how much the RX 480 closes in on the GTX 1060 at the higher resolution, presumably with the help of its larger frame buffer. Once again, I added up the total number of frames from each card, but this time based on API instead of resolution. In 10 of the games tested, half using DirectX 11, the other half DirectX 12, the GTX 1060 beats out the RX 480 in DirectX 11 gaming by 10%. However, our score shows the RX 480 taking a sizable lead of nearly 18% in titles using DirectX 12. There's a more than likely chance that this is due to the RX 480's vastly superior optimization for asynchronous compute, which DirectX 12 can benefit from significantly. In a way, today's results represent a sort of transitionary period for PC gaming, where newer APIs and technologies like async compute are just now starting to take hold, and it seems as though AMD is notably more equipped to embrace these big changes than its competition. With the majority of games still using DirectX 11, it's true that the GTX 1060 has the overall upper hand, but I would imagine it won't be much longer before the scales tip in AMD's favor should Nvidia fail to effectively implement the use of async compute engines in their graphics cards. But that is gonna do it for now, guys. Let me know which side of this fence you're on in the comments, and don't forget to toss me a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Before you go, check the description below for shiny new torso chassis or my Amazon affiliate link, which I'm definitely not going to tell you to bookmark and use when you buy stuff. For now, I'm Kyle with Awesome Sauce Network. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more tech stuff coming at you really soon, and I will see you all in the next video.